Hello, everyone. RT Bear here, coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios. Yeah, a little tired, a little worn out. Yesterday was quite an adventure. If you haven't been keeping up, I will fill you in on everything. But the main thing I want to do with this stream is to thank each and every one of you for all your support on YouTube, all your support, tweeting out my streams, my crowdfunding, all that stuff. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all the black and white backers, just everything. You guys are the best. I could not do this without you. So sincerely, thank you. I've been doing this for a long, long time, 40 years, and I've never seen anything like this in the comics industry. CG and what we've built here, and when I say we, I mean all of us, each and every one of us, have built is a nice life draft for the industry. And not that my career was over or that I was fired at DC and told that I'm too old or whatever it was. That never happened. I mean, I was still at the top of my game at DC, but I realized that CG, what we're doing here, this independent freedom movement, was the place to be. And man, was I right. 4 or 5 years later, look what we've built. We've built this nice freaking safe haven from the mainstream. And I'm very, very proud of that. I'm very, very proud of you guys too. I hope that didn't come across as condescending, because I didn't mean it that way. I sincerely mean that that this is not a little thing. This is a major, major thing. What we've done here, and I still don't know how it happened. I don't think there was a big master plan. Just kind of like a small little mission statement of, doing the best comics we can and bringing them directly to the consumer, and listening to people and interacting with them, and basically, making tailor-made comics for people. So that I am very, very thankful and appreciative for. And you guys, if you could give it a thumbs up, tweet out, because I know there's a lot of black and white backers that I really want to talk to, and I want to let them know that I really do appreciate them. And the book only exists because of you guys. There's no other way of putting it. That's a fact. You can't take that away. There was no investor money. There was no publishing company. There was none of that. It was just us. Just us making comics. So you guys, this is always interactive, so feel free to chime in the chat. We can go long if there's interaction. If not, I really did just want to pop in and tell you guys thank you, and to explain yesterday the highs and lows of a closeout stream. So without further ado, let's see what you guys are doing, what you're saying. Leg Kick One says hello. Edwin, the Ace, Volume 3 coming soon. Ace Avedo. Hail Art, right back at you. Leg Kick says congratulations. Thank you. Man, I'll tell you, this thing exceeded my expectations for damn sure. I always try to create, like worst case scenarios. So if your business, if you can succeed based on a worst case scenario, then it's a worthwhile venture to get into. So anything above that is great, but worst case scenario, that's how I've always run. If you can do that, then you can sustain it, and then you can build off of it. So thank you for that. Let's see what Nordic Nerd says. Nerd. Hello, Leg Kick again. The T-Bear will never die. Look how old he is. I felt old getting up this morning, I'll tell you right now. Also, the closeout, I think on Post Kangs, we went up till midnight, or at least very, very close. So I want to thank John Malin for sticking to it and helping out, get some more eyes and some last minute backers in on that campaign. So he's a good man. He's a good man. Also, I'd like to thank Ethan Van Sciver and all the Kings for just showering not only me but this campaign with love and attention, which is what these things need to survive. So we got Don Ringel, Hell CG for damn sure. Congratulations on the closeout. Thank you. We got Pedro. Pedro's a big part of this campaign. Hey, great closeout art. I was watching the replay. Thank you, man. Thank you. And if you guys don't know, Pedro did one of the books. There's 2 new books in the campaign. There was a volume 2, but there was also like a really, really cool book that only existed or only exists because of Pedro. And it's the High Octane Adventures. So that's black and white High Octane Adventures. And Pedro did all the artwork, pencils, inks, and colors. And we got the great Von Klaus to do the writing. Pamela is really, really proud of that book. She said that's her favorite. So the main books, but the High Octane she really, really loves. And I gave them to some of the neighbor kids. I have a neighbor. His name's Charles. He's awesome. And he has every tool known to man. So one of the things I did when I moved from California to Texas, I gave away a ton of my tools, especially the bigger ones like my table saw, just a bunch of stuff. And so I just kind of downsized because I didn't think I was going to need all that stuff. And then just moving out here, inevitably you need stuff. So the other day, I had to drill some holes in some metal kind of flower bed pieces so the water could drain through. It rains a lot here. And so I realized I didn't have like drill bits for metal. So I went across the street and sure enough, Charles had exactly the size I needed. So I borrowed them, and so when I went back, he's got two little boys, and so I gave them the High Octane Adventures, and they went crazy. So getting those things in the hands of the right people, and so just know, Pedro, people are enjoying your work, which is the main thing. The main thing is just entertaining people. Wise guys, entertainment, hell art, what's up? Yeah, John's a good guy. He really is. He comes across kind of gruff and says some just silly things every once in a while, but I think he just tries to get a rise out of people. I don't think he means anything by it. Jasper, Plan 9, hell chat for sure. Here, kids, first book free. RT Bear. 6 minutes behind. Oh, got to catch up, or I got to catch up. Congrats, Art. Thank you. So I'm going to go to the campaign real quick. So I want to clarify that, and then I'll get into the details of last night. So this is the reason for the season. So it still says in demand. So I think it takes time to fully close down. So the cool thing about this is I think we got 8 or 9 backers after midnight last night. So those are the books that haven't gone out yet, but I'll explain that in a bit. So yeah, so it is still in demand. So if there's anything you guys want to pick up, please do so. Like I said, give this video a thumbs up. Helps out the algorithms, get more eyes in here. And if you could tweet out, because if there is somebody that's on the fence and wants to pick up a black and white Volume 2 Man versus Machine, now would be the time. So I guess this is kind of like a grace period that Indiegogo gives you. So it doesn't instantly close down, apparently. It stays up for a while. I'm not sure how long it will stay up, So don't take it for granted. So if you want to get something, get in here ASAP. So yeah, this was the book that we funded together, and I could not be more proud of this thing. A lot of the reviews have come in. A lot of people seem to really like the adventure, like the story. So here's we got a lot of talent throwing their stuff our way on this campaign. So we got Kenneth Rocafort. He did a variant, which I still can't believe happened. We got the incredible Joe Bennett, who did the same. Look at that thing. And this was so good when I showed the pencils, I think, in the green room. Kyle Ritter just jumped in. He goes, I got to color this thing. So we got the incredible Critter, as he's known, to do some of the color work here. And so here's the High Octane book. So this is the Pedro's book with Von Klaus. And so here's the first. This is the second printing of issue 1. So this is a new cover. And so I got a Greg Capullo story I'm going to tell you in a bit. But we still have a few of these, you guys. And you can get this in the jam tier. That's the only place you can get the variant, the Virgin variant. And you guys, all these stretch goals are still headed your way. I do want to, there have been a few people that have mentioned, where is it? It's the 65K, the PDF of Joe Fulton and Art T. Bear's story plot breakdowns. Well, we didn't want to send this out early because we didn't want a spoiler alert. So we didn't want you guys to be able to read the story before you actually got your comic book. So these PDFs will be going out very, very soon. So they'll be the last thing we do. So I think it'll be better that way. So then it was mostly meant so you could compare the creative process to the final book. And that's why we're not sending the PDF out yet. So you guys will get the PDF. You just have to, wait for the whole campaign to be fulfilled, because they don't want any spoilers. So that'll be a fun aside. And also, while I'm on that, there's 3 backers that need to give me the characters that they want me to draw. So there's a commission tier. And there's 3 backers that have not given me the characters yet. So we can't fulfill that campaign. I guess we could send you the books and maybe a little note. That's probably what we'll have to do if you guys don't get back to us. We'll send you the books with a note and have you get back to me with what character you want me to draw. But if you're listening, we can avoid all that, and you can just send me it now, and I'll draw you up your head sketch, and we'll get that out ASAP. So yeah, you guys, 145,382. So that is quite a total to close out on. Like I said, it is still in demand. I'm not sure when it will close out, but we can bring that total up higher with a little help. So 1,727 backers. That is absolutely fantastic. And once again, you guys, thank you so very much for making this old man's dream come true. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that thing is incredible looking. Jasper says, I backed big, backed early. Sometimes faith in crowdfunding is tough when funds are tight after 2 years. Glad this one finally fulfilled. Yeah. And I do really, I'm really thankful that you guys gave me the time to put this book together. And I can assure you, there wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm going to take the day off or whatever. All that time did go into making the book. I know it seems kind of ridiculous for a guy that was able to put out a monthly book working for Marvel and DC, but it is considerably different. And it's not just because, you don't have an editor, breathing down your throat. it is a lot to do with integrity and putting out a book without compromise and making it the best you can at that moment in time, which is what I did. So I really did feel like, after 40 years, I wanted to do a book without compromise. I wanted to do a book and make it the best I could at that moment. Will I get better? Will the next book be better? I hope so. It doesn't diminish that book itself because it is the best thing I could do at the time. But I always also look at the next book as an opportunity to get better, to learn from the mistakes, and to just keep getting better. Pretty much that's it. Oh, cool. Matt Watt says, can't get my order fast enough, says it'll be here Saturday. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know how quickly the books go up or out. I guess it depends on the destination, but the bulk of the whole campaign is out. So I think we got like 10 or 12 orders last night after midnight. So we still have those. Those haven't gone out yet. So those will go out tomorrow. And then, like I said, the commission tiers haven't gone out yet. So other than that, everything is out. Oh, cool. You got these. Very, very cool, man. Congratulations. Thank you, Pastmaster. I appreciate that. Excited about getting the patch. I really enjoy CG patch stretch goals. Yeah, the patch came out good. I cannot believe that they can stitch this stuff up with the kind of detail that they can bring to even the smaller ones. We got the Wolf. Love that Inko shirt. Hell yeah. Art Sage. Yeah, look at all the gray hair. Look at that. Hair's looking good today. I put a little, just kind of got it wet and just threw it back. I don't have my usual bed head. Some may scoff over books taking too much time, but I much rather wait for the best quality possible. Yeah, these books are not being hacked out. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. We got Gray Wolf. Hey, T-Bear. All right, well, here comes. This is story time, you guys. Settle in, get yourself a coffee, sit back. And yeah, yesterday, I knew that it was going to be a little hectic. Hold on. With live streaming pretty much all day. So I started off, I did my own live stream. Then I went on the Kings for a few hours, and then I went on to Post Kings and did a couple hours there. So pretty much the whole day, which is fun. And I would love to do that more often, but you just gotta do other things. There's life, and then there's creating stuff. So yeah, so it was neat during the live stream that I did. I got a lot of backers, so I was like, wow, there's still a lot of people that are holding out for maybe one of the variants or haven't backed at all. And so that was an early tell, like this should go good, right? And so Ethan Van Sciver on the King Show made the show all about closing Black and White, and I did not expect that. I thought we would just as an aside, Art's closing out, but he made the whole campaign, and then he did a little review of the book, which was awesome. Showed some of the pages, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I was kind of nervous at the beginning. I have to admit, when the spotlight's on me to that extent, I get a little nervous, even to this day. But had a blast with everybody, all the Kings, very supportive. Like I said, this is once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to create comic books. And so then, John said, you should come on Kings, and we'll promote Black and White. We'll close the thing out. And so I was like, hell yeah. So did that, had a lot of fun. Star Circuit Joe, I can't say his last name, it's Italian. He's going to be on Pontificators tomorrow night, and he'll tell you more about his new book, Synchronicity, Star Circuit. and I got to meet him for the first time. Great guy. The book looks incredible. And Shane came on, had Rob Hunter. Just Billy came on for a minute, showed off the new She action figures. Just great stuff. And everybody's doing things. It's nothing stagnant. Everything's creating stuff out of nothing. And so one of the things I pitched during the shows is that Pamela, my wife, partner in crime, was going to be, because everything was caught up. All the campaign, the main campaign was done except for the commissions up to the closeout yesterday. So she said, I can start packing this stuff as we get the orders. And I went, oh crap. People would love to hear that, right? So I started telling people, like, as you order, Pamela's downstairs in the fulfillment center, which is basically the dining room, and she's putting these orders together for you guys. And so she did. She pretty much kept pace all through it. Once we closed down after midnight, I think she stayed and did a couple more. And so I kind of had to take a break. And Arrow is awesome, but if he doesn't get attention, he gets a little nutty. So I didn't get to, give him a lot of attention. So I thought I'd take him outside. We play ball, and even though it was midnight, but he had a good time. And so then the door to the backyard kind of creaks open, and then you always know when your wife or people that you love have a tone. And so she had a tone like something's not right. So I was like, what's wrong? And so I came over, and she said, I fell down the stairs. And I was like, holy shit. So like right behind me, those stairs lead to the dining room. And so the one thing, like in California, like we had like these kind of spiral stairs. So it was like they weren't that steep. And then there was a platform, and then there was, a set of another group of stairs. Well, here it just goes down almost straight. So it's pretty steep. And so she came up for this book because she had a black and white jam that she needed to put together. So she got the book. She was going downstairs, and you guys saw it last night. Like Arrow brought up his blanket. For some reason, he brings it around and he lays on it. I guess it gives him comfort. And so at this point, it was on the stairs. So we were dog tired, at this moment. So it's past midnight here. And she thought she could, she had the book in her hand, and she thought that she could pick up the blanket at the same time. Hold on to the rails, like when also my back, I hold both sides. I go down like an old man. And so the blanket was around her foot. So when she picked it up, I guess it kind of tripped her, or she kept walking and didn't know it was around her foot, and it tripped her. And so she took a header down the stairs. And so I was like, that's it. We're done for the night. I got some ice, and we packed her up, like her knee, her shin, her ankle, the top of her foot. She kind of jammed her toes. So her whole, like the toes and the top of the foot and the ankle are all swollen and black and blue. She hit her back on the rail, but she didn't tell me about that till later, because I would have iced that up too. But it's one of those things, like the worst hurt is what you focus on, and then all the secondaries. Because like this morning, she's like, man, my back hurts, my neck hurts, my hand hurts. She goes, I must have caught myself on my wrist. And so all those kind of like secondary pains come in. And so, holy shit, man. So we iced her up. I propped her up. We have one of those like kind of lazy boy recliners. So I kind of propped her up, put a pillow under her foot, and got her blanket, and she slept kind of sitting up in that chair. And so luckily, we iced it up really good, that the swelling, we got the swelling to stop. So it's not any bigger than it was. So that's good. And she has some mobility. So I'm sure it's like, you know, how when you swell, it gets real stiff because, I mean, obviously there's fluid. And so it's harder to move your joints and stuff, and it hurts. So she's in a little bit of pain, but she's downstairs. She's nursing it. So she's going to stay off the foot. But I think we have about 10 books. So she's going to periodically throughout the day kind of put those orders together, and we'll get those out first thing tomorrow. So tomorrow, and whatever we get today, if we get anything today, will probably be fulfilled and go out tomorrow as well. Because like I said, I don't know when it's actually going to close. So let me see here. We got Doc in the house. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Jasper says, just looked at my stuff on Indiegogo. I didn't realize how much I backed. I snagged the flashback. Oh, that was early on. Yeah, exclusive tier. That was a pretty cool tier. I didn't realize how cool it was until we started fulfilling and got all that retro swag and everything. That was pretty cool. So Dunn says, ouch. I hope Pamela's okay. Yeah, she's doing good. She's tough. Um, I really, I'm going to start picking up that dog's crap. You know, they're like little kids, you know, where you step on a Lego and stuff like that. He's got all these toys, and he just leave, like right now, he's got a bone, and it's one of those ones with the nubbies on it. So if I stepped on that, I'd go down because it would hurt like hell. So I need to just kind of start picking up after that pooch. Phil says, "Oh no, ouch! Sorry to hear." Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. Ouch. Matt says prayers out. Hope she's feeling better soon. Yeah, I think definitely by Thursday. Tomorrow, it'll still be stiff and a little painful, but by Thursday, Friday, I'm sure she'll be still walking with a little bit of a limp, but it'll be a lot better. Because it's mostly it's the swelling that's terrible. Yeah. Checking Art's knuckles to verify that Pamela Bell story. Her little toes are all bruised up. I think the way she described it, I think she kind of fell, like say this is her foot, and she fell, and then like she just hit the toes, and they just kind of pushed back. So I think it sprung like the ankle and then the joints here, and then of course everything just swells. Oh no, it's all good. Like I mean, it's painful and all, but I mean, like we were talking at breakfast, it could have been so much worse. Like that's that staircase is pretty damn steep. Jasper says I retired from skateboarding because every time I fell, it takes me a month to recover or break or bruise a rib again. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Awesome, 2 hullabaloos in a row. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try because I do miss hanging out with you guys. Hey, Jimmy Reyes, Ola, RT Bear, and chat. What's up, my friend? There he is, the man, the myth, Kevin Thompson, man. I've never had a guardian angel or even thought about a guardian angel, but you're the closest thing there is to one, Kevin. So I want to thank you for all the support. And I think I messaged you this morning and gave you an update. So the Whitney Sung, the 90s retro version of White, it's penciled. I just need to ink it up, but everything else is done. So I'm going to go. Actually, my priority today is to go over your entire order and make sure everything's there. and that we're going to extra pack it. So it's probably going to be a little heavier. I had some, what is that wood called? I forget what it's called, but it's that brown kind of particle board. It's got like a slick surface. I had a few of those. So if I can find it, I'm going to pack the artwork with that. It's like wood, but it's lightweight, because I don't want to take any chances on sending that artwork to you and getting the box, destroyed. Joe says, feel better. Yeah. Hey, Pamela. Everybody's wishing you well. Everybody's wishing you well. They're hoping for a speedy recovery. She says, thank you so much. Yeah. Matt says, Indiegogo is weird. Sometimes the campaign instantly come down. Sometimes some hair in my mouth. Cecil, like in Cecil, it took 3 days. Oh, shit. So this could go on till Friday. Let me see. I got a Pog, Ashcan, 90s cards, and promo stuff. Ah, sweet. Oh, wait. Pamela says it's closed now. Let me check. So that didn't take much time. Let me see. All right. So let me hit the refresh. It says in demand right now. It still says in demand. So I don't know what she's seeing. We'll check back and see. Let me hit that refresh again. Yeah, it still says in demand. So who knows? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open another tab and see if Brent.
And it's this campaign is closed, but then it went away.
No, it's still in demand. Yeah. So don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I hope you didn't hear that. Let me see. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. Yeah. Oh, anyways, man, that early flashback, I thought that was a cool tier. So those were very limited because we don't have a lot of the Ashcans or Pogs, the 90s cards, and some of the promo stuff. I think there were some postcards and different things. Oh yeah, that's going to be the next campaign. So the book behind me, Oodles of Doodles and other things too, other stuff too, I should say, is it's the next campaign. So hopefully we'll be able to get that pre-launch page up very, very soon, so you guys can get some probably a free trade card or something like that for signing up. And we'll see if we can get some names, and then we're going to launch this bad boy. So the book is done. So I have the files and everything. So the thing is, I could run this and we could just basically mirror this book and the printing. But what I would like to do with your help, let me get closer here. So this is the book. It came out fantastic. Here's the back. The spine, look at the quality. And then we've got a few of the pages here. So this will give you an idea of what the artwork, let me just flash forward to something. We got some kind of like work in progress stuff. The white pages never, let me find something that's darker. But there's a lot of fun stuff in here. There's it spans the 40 years of my career. So there's some con drawings. There's some commissions in here. There's There's like prelims, some sketches, some box designs, some toy designs in here. There's even some IP stuff that I did. But what I'd like to do with the new CG version is I got a lot of commissions, CG commissions that I'd like to put in this book. And I'd like to do a new cover. So we'll do like a second printing. And then I have a ton of other stuff. I have enough to do a volume 2 art book. But I was thinking, since the art book was such low print run, we could bring this back out, and then it'll give me time to put, a volume 2 together. So that's what I want to do for the next campaign. Indeed. Time to install an elevator. My brother was, I guess they call it BMX. But he didn't race. He was like one of those like pool guys. Like I think he had like a Mongoose. I think that was one of the bikes, and he had a sponsorship, and so he would go. I guess they competed, and they would kind of ride these bicycles in pools, like skateboarders do. And so he was pretty good at like right outside and like grab the lip and then bring the bike back around and flip the handlebars around, all kinds of stuff. That sounds a little risky though. I don't think we're going to do that. But that would be fun. Like get like right behind me. You'd have a pole. It would be like Ghostbusters. We got one. I'll run over and just jump on the pole, slide down. Oh, John says, I had a blast on the stream with you guys last night. John did a great job. He always does. He was dog tired, but he did an amazing job. Art, a warning. I think your dog set up the blanket trap hoping you would take the fall and pass out so the dog could snack on your nose. There was a time I would agree with you, but that dog, I'm telling you, he loves us to pieces. Like he's got to be real close to one of us all the time. So he's always, somewhere close. He doesn't necessarily like, he's not a real touchy-feely dog. Like it's not like, you pet him and all that stuff. He has moments, but he always wants to be close. I didn't get a haircut. I just kind of combed my hair. And yeah, I still have that Silica. It's in good shape. Low gas mileage or miles on it. Anti-Pam, feel better. Cookies would help. Indeed. Ethan sends his artwork out on those hard boards. Yeah, I gotta look for those. If not, I'll figure something out. Usually, Pamela will do a lot of cardboard in there, but the thing is, if that thing's going to get accordioned, even if it's going to get accordioned, the board will break. But there's more resistance in there. But just know, Kevin, we'll pack that sucker up good. Ooh, that would be a good lunch idea. Torchy's DoorDash. Well, we went out this morning, so we had to get gas. So I went with her for some of the errands. So pumped the gas for her. We went to the post office. So I did all that. And so then she went to, what is it, like UPS store? Some of the packages have to go out in a different way. So we did that. And I thought we did something else. Oh, we ate, but we ate in the car. So she didn't have to get out. So, Art, are you going to do any Texas cons? I'm going to Dallas Fan Expo and Greater Austin Comic Con. I do really well in Austin. I haven't been there in years, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. it's hard. It's a little hard for me to travel these days too because of my back. So yeah, I don't know if Austin's like a 4-hour drive, I think. I don't know how far Dallas is from here, but there's a Houston show too. So I'm closer to Houston. Dunn says, "Sweet art book. Thank you very much. That will be the next campaign." So Jasper says, "I like what is it? HCs? I don't know what that is. I was able to get Lepresti's. Oh, was that hardcover sketchbook early before it sold out? Yeah, we completely sold out of that one that I was showing. This one here. So this is sold out, and also it was a month or so ago. I looked on eBay, and these are selling with the head sketch, I think. And this it came with a dust jacket too originally. They're going for, I think I saw one for $90 and one for like 110 or something like that. So yeah, they're a little bit collectible. Oh, cool. Yeah. Thank you, Past Master Dan. Yeah, so if you guys are looking for any original artwork, I got prints. The prints are a little bit more reasonable. You can go to artbytbear.com. Is that freestyle? Is that what that BMX is called? I think so. That rings a bell. I remember I brought my car out. He wanted to jump a car with his buddies. So he had a ramp and a landing ramp, and they were like taking pictures and stuff like that of jumping my car. I think it got in some magazine. He was pretty successful. I think there was, I'm reliving it now. I think there was a guy that he rode with, and I think they were both sponsored by Mongoose. I think his name was Tinker Juarez. So if you guys are fans of that freestyle pool stuff, and probably, let me see, it would have been the 80s. Yeah, you might see his name's Tony or Anthony T Bear. I got back into BMX when my son was old enough to ride. Yeah, my brother did some of that stuff when his son was young, and he was younger. So they would go. I think they would just take the bicycle out to a cul-de-sac, and they would just kind of ride around and do tricks. Just read Black and White 1 and 2 last night. Great books. Thank you, Marcus. I do appreciate that. That is cool. So I'm going to wrap this up soon. I mostly just really wanted to heap praise on you guys and let you know how much I appreciate your time, your generosity, and the financial support that you give me and Hack Shack Studios. Masonite, that's what it's called. Masonite boards, yes. Congratulations on the successful campaign, Mr. T-Bear. I own 41 of comic books you've done, and you deserve your success. Thank you, man. Make great comics again. That's what we're doing here. Jasper Plan 9, I totally get a sketchbook with a remark or sketch. Yeah, we're going to do stuff like one thing, too. You guys have been asking for me to draw for you, and I love to do that stuff, but I didn't want to take commissions while I was working on Black and White. This is a personal thing, especially when you're behind. I think it looks bad when you're taking other assignments and you still haven't finished that one. So even though it took me a long time, and as tempting as it was to do other things for money, I never did. So every hour that I was in this room, I was working on that book. So either promoting it, drawing it, writing it, whatever it was. So that was just a personal thing. But I'm not working on a book with that kind of schedule right now. So I am working with Aaron Sparrow on crafting the story for volumes 3 and 4. And the story is going to be called Sins of the Father. At least volume 3 is going to be Sins of the Father. And so it's pretty much blocked out. So right now we're actually writing a shooting script. We're writing a panel by panel breakdown to give, so we can start penciling it. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, I will be drawing more. So in the campaign, I'll do remarks. So there'll be head sketches. I might do a set one at a lower price, and then I might do one like on demand. So whatever character you want, I'll draw in there, but it will be a little bit more money, because if it's the same head sketch, I can kind of move faster with it. And then maybe I'll do 11 by 17s. I'll do bust, shots, different type of stuff like commissions that I used to do when I had more time. So if you guys want, I will be doing commissions in that campaign. And so the good thing also about the Oodles of Doodles, even if we add the extra pages, and we're going to do that in form of stretch goals, the volume is done. So even if I have like 8 pages, like new pages I'm going to put in the book, I already have the format. I already have all that stuff. So I just have to take the artwork and kind of aesthetically place it into the page, and then just add it to the file and then send it off to the printer. So, and one of the good things is Jostens, the printer that did all the printing for this campaign. They do yearbooks, so they're used to hardback or hardbound books like the coffee table books, like Oodles of Doodles will be. And so they know how to do this stuff. So I don't have to worry too much about the quality. The one that we had here, we had done, it's a company called Asia Korea. And they're in Korea, so it's not China. And they did a great job. And I would really like to work with them again, except we're trying to keep it in the States. So if we can work it out with Jostens and get a good price and all that other stuff, which it looks like we will be able to do, because they're very accommodating, then we'll do it at Jostens. And also it should get here quicker. Overseas, there's customs and there's a lot of things, a lot of paperwork and stuff that you have to do that take more time. So we will be fulfilling that campaign very quick. So I'm thinking that as the campaign is going and I get an idea of numbers, I think I'm gonna, and once we hit those stretch goals, I'm gonna put the book together, and then I'm hoping I'll be able to get the book out to the printer before we even end the campaign. So I'm thinking maybe just a 2-month, like a 60-day campaign, maybe no in demand. It really depends on how the main campaign goes. And then just because it's going to be a limited print run, you guys. So I think before we did like 500, only 500 books. So we did like signed and numbered. So we'll do the same with this campaign. So it might be 500, it might be 8, it might be 1,000. It really depends on you guys and how the demand goes for it. But I would like to do a lot of that stuff before the campaign even ends. Yeah, with the Matchbox car. I when I was young, I liked Matchbox, but I was like a Hot Wheel guy. I like the cool mag wheels and all that stuff. Well, thank you so much, Paul Taylor, for all the support. I really do appreciate you and everybody else. So there you go. Well, there's going to be more. There's more stories to tell. Yeah, you know what? When I was younger, like multitasking was, I could do well. I could do 3 things at once, and I could pretty much do them well. But as you get older, it becomes a little more challenging. And so that's what I told my wife. I told Pamela, it's like, let's just keep things focused, especially when we're on this staircase, because you don't want any bad things to happen. They come in triangles. Masonite boards, beware of, what is that? Aluminite boards. They come as triangles. Yeah, triangle would defeat the purpose. I have some of those masonite boards. I just have to find it. Haha, let me see. Haha, like Frege and Shelley doing cons while they have a late books. Oh, Shelby. Um, they are the only two creators I'm waiting on books from. Yeah, I mean, to each his own. Like I said, I don't want to cast any shade on anybody because it's their own business, and it's between them and their backers. So I'm not really gonna say that's right or wrong because it's not my place. Everybody conducts their business differently, and like I said, it's between them and their backers. So if the backers don't like it, then they'll express that to the creator, and then the creator has to do whatever they're going to do with that information. I try to stay as transparent as possible, and everything I was saying, that's just a personal ethics thing. It's not like everybody at Comicsgate feels the same way. Let me see what Paul says. I'd rather they take their time than push out crap. I'm in no rush. Well, the thing is, this is what I think is cool about this. I love the creative process. I absolutely do. Like when to get you to buy Blu-rays, they had all this, documentary stuff and behind the scenes. I loved all that stuff. And that's one of the main reasons I bought those movies. Sometimes I bought movies just to get the behind the scenes stuff. And so one of the cool things about CG and what we're doing is if you're transparent, it can be entertaining because you're seeing the book work in progress. You're seeing things happen. So that's pretty damn cool if you ask me. And so I really enjoy that. So I think that there's like pluses and minuses to things. So if it takes longer, you get to see more behind the scenes. If because some people don't share their stuff. I'm not that guy. I try not to. If it's story oriented, I try not to, do a spoiler or anything like that. But if it's art or behind the scenes, especially if it's work in progress where it's not finished, I try not to show too much. Like the finished page, like all colored and lettered, I showed just enough to give you an idea that things were moving, that there were other people involved, other vendors and stuff like that. But other than that, I try to stay as transparent. Oh, just got a shipping notification for Black and White 2. 1 and 2. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, right now I can hear tape ripping, and when I hear that tape ripping downstairs, Pamela's putting orders together. So she's up right now, and she's putting orders together. So we don't mess around. It might take us a little longer than some, but we're not lazy and we're always working. So it just might take a little longer. But I also kind of look at, and just as this is going to sound selfish, 40 years in the industry, I kind of just want to do one thing and do it really well. You know what I mean? Get a project and just put everything I have into that project. Where if you work for Marvel and DC, it's kind of like assembly line, and you just can't do that. So let me see. I saw something. It just jumped. Boom, 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 boom. I think this is it. Will you be adding any new prints to the Oodles campaign? I really enjoyed the prints that were included in the original campaign. We could do, because we did like the thing about the book is we ship it in a bigger box. So we can't do 11 by 17 prints, but we can do like mini prints, but not like comic book size ones. We can do bigger ones. And so we could do that. It's these campaigns I like the art book campaigns, because they're all about art. So I can find stuff that has never been printed or has just been limited print runs, things like that. And I can make them into prints and other collectibles, things you can hang on the wall if you got like a cool, like, man cave kind of thing. And so, yeah, we're gonna kind of do everything if it's art related. One of the things we did, I think, last campaign is, and I like this, it's called mystery box. So we have like these mystery boxes, and we just put like whatever, like, see this right here? I have one over here too. These are just doodles. Like all this, I have another one over here. These are just like drawings. Like they're not finished. This one's a little light. Yeah, you can't see it. Here's one for like a juju. It's just kind of a doodle. So sometimes I'll do more detailed stuff, but pages of stuff. Here I worked out some of the background stuff on that juju piece. So I got stacks. Like this thing's full. This one over here is full of stuff. So what we do is we take the mystery box and I fill it with like little sketches, little drawings, little doodles, and I just put those into the mystery box. And I forget, there was something else. Maybe there were prints, there were sketches, and there was a value attached to it. So whatever the backing price was for the mystery box, that's how much artwork and different things I would put in there. And so there was always guaranteed like certain ingredients, right? Like a print, a doodle, and I don't know, a sticker or something like that. We're not going to do a lot of stickers and pins because we're going to try to make it more about the artwork, but you get the idea. And so if we were selling the mystery box for $30, $50, $60, whatever it was, it would have that amount of value in the box. But it wouldn't always, everybody wouldn't get the same thing. So that's the mystery of it. And I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And so we might bring that back as well to the campaign. Just kind of keeping it fun, but on the art level. It's not going to be as like, oh, here's a bumper sticker, or here's a patch, or here's whatever. It's going to be about drawing, art, inking, all that stuff. I've done this stuff before. It actually worked. Let me see if I can find one. But like I think on a live stream, like I auctioned off some of my tools, and you guys actually were like, yeah, a used nib. That's cool. So I don't know, like all kinds of just like fun stuff, but all about artwork. And I'm trying to remember, we did something cool. Oh, we did a like an art lesson. So I shot a video. I got it was everything you need. It was kind of like the Marvel tryout book kind of idea, where I on 11 by 17 image paper, like great paper, I printed out an image that I drew, and I printed in blue line, and then I did an instructional video on how to ink one of these things. So I think it was always the same piece of artwork. They were always the same. So I think what I did is I videotaped myself inking that piece of artwork. And so you got an instructional video, you got a printed blue line on professional grade paper, and I gave you all the tools that you needed. So you got a ink pen, you got a 102, Hunt 102 with nib, You got a Winsor Newton Series 7 number 2 watercolor brush. You got a bottle of ink. You got a correction pen. Everything you needed basically to ink that piece, you got. And it was a little more expensive. I think it was like $300 or something like that. But we might do that as well, just maybe limited. It was a little tough to ship because I had to ship it 11 by 17. So it was a little bit more cumbersome and expensive to ship. But we'll think of all kinds of cool stuff to do for the Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too campaign. Let me see. I don't know, man. I didn't know you were available, so I'll think about it. Jimmy Reyes cover. Got some Jimmy Reyes fans in the house. Do, do, do. Take care, Paul. Have a great day. Jimmy Reyes taking over the show. Let me see. The Wolf says a cool sketch might be black and white with a disassembled gun or a table cleaning it. You know what could be cool? I don't know. It would be neat to do like a limited edition print of like black and white with like Batman or like the Green Hornet and Kato or something like that, like as a print. Because it would be fun for me, like a geek fantasy, and maybe you guys would appreciate it. I don't know. I had permission from DC to do the Oodles book. So when I negotiated my last contract, I said, "Can I do self-published like crowdfunding, and specifically this art book?" And they said yes, and they even granted me a logo permission, which I didn't use. I don't think I used, but maybe I used a DC logo, maybe. Joe Bernardo says, I'm in for Oodles of Doodles just to get some raw T-Bear art. I still remember my comic book by you, the Teen Titans Spotlight on Aqualad. Yeah, that was one of my first. Um, sure, why not? Uh, oh, you know what? Christian, it's me that should be thanking you. The book wouldn't exist without you, so I do appreciate your backing, your support, all that good stuff, and I hope you really enjoy the books. That's how I feel too. Yeah, because I do like the journey. Yeah, that's a shame. I really there was a sweet spot as far as consuming entertainment when the Marvel universe was young. Comic books for the most part were still pretty good, and the Marvel cinematic stuff was pretty good. And then the Blu-ray technology, hit. I didn't mind paying the extra because you got all the extras too. To be honest, I didn't see the quality. They said, "Oh, the quality difference." I went out and bought a Blu-ray player. I didn't see the quality difference that much, but I did like all the extras. I even got like in the day Laserdisc, the big like you had to flip them over. They wouldn't even. Some of them later would play both sides, but there'd still be a pause, like 8 tracks between tracks. And but they usually came with a lot of extras. Like I do remember the Aliens. Uh, uh, it had all kinds of cool behind the scenes and stuff like that. So, but those things were expensive. Like um, I'm thinking they were like 50 to $100, like some of these damn movies. It was crazy. And you know what? When that thing went out of fashion, I think I just gave it away. It wasn't worth anything. All the movies, everything. You guys need to stop. Oh, thank you so much, Evil One, which he isn't really evil. Congrats on the amazing closeout. I wanted to back because I was into black and white since the 90s. Sweet. But I missed the first volume. Will there be an omnibus? The first volume. The first volume of the new stuff or the original 94 version? I think you can still get the 94 version somewhere. And the campaign's still open. So I'm not sure what you mean by the first volume. There was one issue for the ongoing. It was called Black and White Codename. And that was meant to be an ongoing series, but the market crashed. We just couldn't keep it going. So we got one issue out. So I wanted to kind of bring that back for a campaign and just make it available. But it's only one issue and it's a cliffhanger ending. So I didn't think it was fair just to kind of put that out there. But I could, issue one of the ongoing Codename Black and White. And thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings, the Blade Runner one is super, super cool. It's like multi-discs. That thing is thorough and it is entertaining too. So if you're a creative person, man, it's got all the elements. It's got some drama. It's got some tension, creative angst. It's got everything, man. Let me see. You can get volume 1 reprint if you hurry. It still shows up in demand. Yeah, I could. Let me see. We did close it out, but like Dunn says, it's still. Oh, you know what? I closed the tab for some stupid reason. Let me grab it again. There we go. Okay. Let's click this, pull this lever. There we go. All right. So it's still showing up in demand. So it's still an active site. So you can still back. And so we have this. So this is the second printing of volume 1. So we completely sold out of the original printing with a different cover. So this is a reissue reprint of volume 1. So we still have plenty of these. And I do believe you can get that. Yeah, you can get it separate. So you can get Black and White Volume 1 second printing here. So, yeah, and the good thing is if you back it now, I'm sure Pamela will get that order, and she'll be packing it as we speak. So thank you, Dunn, for helping out. What's the difference? And would that be cool if they were more like 8.5 by 11 size than 11 by 17? I know like metal prints were cool for a while. I don't know if those are still cool, but yeah, I'll look into that. I'm really thinking all the above at this moment in time. All the above. Oh, sweet. I'm glad you like it. I thought of that because we did guitar picks for the Chrono Mechanics, but I was thinking like there's a character in there that's a rock star, so it seemed to fit, you know. I never really thought about just like guitar picks as collectibles, but that could be cool because I would like it, like a trading card or anything else. So maybe we could do something like that for the next campaign because I would love to do it, and it's cost effective, and I think they're pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah, it is. It stands. I don't know what the topic is. I haven't touched base with those guys. I just dropped off those books at the post office and came home. Did my chores. I got chores now. I got a nice pool outside. I got to, every morning kind of do my maintenance and take the dog out and stuff. So as soon as I did that, I came up and fired up a live stream. Okay. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I know like it's a little bit of a departure from the 90s version, and you really like that, but I thought I could plus the idea. And I think I have. And I'm gonna tell you just because I like you, Kevin, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do story-wise with Juju is there's gonna be, should I say it? There's going to be varying stages of it. I thought at first, you know what? I'll find it so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Let me grab it here. Do 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 do. So when we were talking about commissions, I grabbed this. So this is one of the commissions for the black and white Man versus Machine. So I think this is Kevin's. This is Kevin's She, Billy Tucci's She piece. So that's what the commissions look like. And this might end up in the new Oodles book. But let me find. I don't know if you guys can see this. I hope not. Where is it? So yeah, I'm thinking with Juju. There she is. Like it'll be kind of a Hulk out moment. So the costume or her uniform or whatever will always be the same, but with various use of her abilities or her power, she'll kind of become more like skull-like. So I'm thinking that maybe that facial trans, because I was thinking at first it would be a mask. Maybe we could work this out in the live stream. It was a mask that kind of fit in, and it was like where that black, like kind of cheekbone area is. That's where the mask ended. So her whole jaw and her bottom lip was like her skin, but all the top part is kind of a mask. So, but then I was thinking, like, I could do more the 90s version where if this was kind of like a transition, like the more evil power she manifests, the more like this she gets. And so then you could do I guess like an in-between stage, or you could do one where she would look like this with with the hair and the costume, but she just wouldn't have like the evil skull face. So I'm playing with the idea that maybe there'll be various like stages, kind of like a Hulk out. So the more evil she is, or the more evil power she's manifesting, the more like bad or scary her face will get. Maybe even all of her skin. I don't know. I'm playing with the idea, so I just wanted to run it by you guys. You guys are awesome. Look at this. Yeah, that Ridley Scott commentaries are excellent for that Blade Runner. Thanks, Jimmy Reyes. No, just the same name. I don't know. Like one of the things, these kind of campaigns, like book campaigns, there's a lot of drawing involved. There's a lot of work. So I kind of don't want to do too many art tiers, because I don't want it to take time away from the book itself. So that's why, like the Oodles, the art book, I don't have to draw the book. It's finished artwork. Like I said, the files, there's already a print ready files. And so even if I add 8 pages to it and a new cover, it's not that much time. So it's not the effort, it's just the time. I don't mind working really hard, but time is always against me, against everybody. So that's why. So I'm not really sure that on book tiers I'm going to do a lot of drawing, just because I feel it takes away from the you know making the book. Yeah. I'm still playing with some of these ideas, because I think she could be a very interesting character, and there's definitely, she's going to have an alter ego. So there are going to be there are going to be multiple forms of her. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, you know how to get me. Richard Doop Art. All right, man. Well, I really wanted to touch base with you guys. Thank you so much for backing this book, helping, make this dream a reality. Uh, just everything, you guys. I'm so happy right now. I'm exhausted, but I'm really, really happy. I'm glad we saw this thing through. It was an epic journey. And I think at the end, we got an amazing book out of it. Hopefully, you guys are very entertained by it. And yeah, continue with the reviews. Let me know when you get your books. Post those up. I'll retweet them out. And bigger and better, man. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep putting out stuff. And as long as you guys keep supporting it, enjoying it, I'll be here for you. So very, very cool, man. I am on cloud 9 right now. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate everything. I don't take it for granted. You guys are amazing, and thank you for helping this bad boy exist. Yeah, with the UV coating. Look at that UV coating. Woohoo! And we got this bad boy to look forward to. So this will be the next big campaign. So look forward to that. And I will see you guys tonight on Dan Frega's channel. The Professionals is tonight. And if you guys don't know, the Professionals has been going for a couple years now. So it's 6 of us. So the bros are Dan Frega, Billy Tucci, Andy Smith, Graham Nolan, Aaron Lopresti, and myself. And so the 6 of us, we host every week on our YouTube channels the show. So this week, tonight is Dan Frega, and then I think Graham is after that, and then we start the A's again. So we kind of go in alphabetical order. So then there's Aaron, Andy, and then myself, Billy, Dan, and then Graham Nolan. So very, very cool. So let me see this. I saw Pam. Feel better soon, Pamela. Thanks for the stream art. like button. Yes, you guys, before you exit, like button. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so and tweet it out, man. Let's get some eyes on it. Even though it'll be a rerun at that point, it'll let everybody know that I truly do appreciate them for backing and supporting. Yes, I will tell her all your well wishes and all that good stuff. So Aaron always calls for alphabetical order so he can win all the time. Yeah, the double A's got it. All right, you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tonight on the Bros. Take care.